Let the trip begin. We're gonna head into Araluen, where we'll be meeting Phil for a 10 a.m. meeting point. Oh, it's so lush driving this car, and I fixed the wobble. I dropped the tongue on the back, so it's giving us a little bit of a wobble on the last trip. But yeah, it's so nice driving the auto. Heaps of power. Here's Mum talking to power. She's telling us that she's holding fifth everywhere. She's loving it. Turbo's going real good. But yeah, I'm really happy that the tongue fixed it. So we took the drop neck off the Hilux there and put it on this, and it dropped the frame quite dramatically actually, and it feels really good to have no wobbles at 110 anymore. So I just want to say that this is the kids in the back of this car on their UHFs talking to Mum, driving behind us in the dual cab. It's so funny. The two 2.8 turbo diesel Toyota motors, 30 years apart. How technology's changed. Look out, I'm sitting on 110. Mum's pulling away. I'm on 110 and she's pulling away up this hill. Mum thinks she's in a sports car, kids. What do you reckon? Does she think she's in a sports car? Yeah. Just stopped at Super Cheap Auto in Goulburn because we've had some dramas already. We had power failure to the fridge, and the kids got some free Valvoline. That's no good. Penrite!
The Penrite oil.
Check it out. It's $15.50. That's what we put in bullet truck too.
Pad.
Awesome. So I'll show you the issue. Luckily we had this battery, so I had to end up that's how I'm running the fridge at the moment, because we've set this fridge up for an Anderson plug, which we had on the 79, and we had it here, but the plug itself wasn't giving us any power.
The other one I got was the
Penrite you got 540 Penrite
so
too.
We both got one
Valvoline,
of these, and we wanted
both
these.
got Penrite. That's awesome. I just wasn't sure how much power this battery was going to give me, and there's a lot of expensive stuff in this fridge, including a big leg of lamb. Pick this up, that'll get us out of trouble till I can make up another Engel plug with the Anderson. We can run 2 Engels off this now. That's a good sign, a green light, perfect. So it should be working. Oh, awesome. So now we're running off the car instead of off a battery. Beautiful. A zip tie here, a zip tie there, one in here. So we're all good. Let's keep going. Phil's 15 minutes in front of us. Come on, driver and children. So this one failed us, and it was the last thing I plugged in before we left home, and I worked out no power. So we rigged up that battery. In Goulburn now, moving on to Araluen. I can't keep up with ya. His Mum's stolen the dual cab off me. Araluen Mountain. So we descend down to Araluen, and the last trip we did towing this Jayco, I blew an axle seal on the 79, then blew the fuse on the trailer brake, and ended up with a small fire inside the drum of the 79. Memories. This is exactly where it happened. Shell's car's got a good feature, and if you brake a couple of times, it'll hold a lower gear. So it's actually does a bit of the braking for you through the gearbox. We made it to the base, and Phil and another family that are coming in with us are going to be meeting us here. They're here waiting for us. Here they are. I'm no chance of pulling up behind you. Historic Araluen. We go up a little bit here and we head off grid. Wow, look how picturesque that is. What do we think, kids? Finally here. Big drive. Well worth it.
go in that hole too.
Probably not everybody's cup of tea on taking caravans in this sort of terrain. A lot of people do, but we'll show you when we're set up there by the river how comfortable it is to have the van there with you. Now it's going to be a bit of a mission to get them in. We've got a couple of big hill climbs. That's why we brought the Hilux there to help with getting the caravan up. At least it's got the winch on the front if we need to pull ourselves up. So this was the crossing of concern to be able to get in here. Apparently last week this was still too high. Apparently there's a car, or a friend of Phil's car, stuck in that crossing down there. So that's the machine that would have fixed the road, well, to get it a little bit more vehicle friendly, should say. This is a nice little climb. So we're going into high range. I've locked Shell's hubs and put her in high range. So we'll just walk up this one.
I can smell fuel.
Millie's the gatekeeper. A car swap. This is where it's going to get interesting. So we're going to swap a 2.8 for a 2.8, and the Hilux will pull this to the camp spot.
Oh, they rode good in.
How good's that? They didn't move it. How good does that look?
And you thought you might get a couple of bikes in there as well, other bikes.
No, you can get the little ones.
Get out the back and get a couple of
So what he's doing, because he's scared, he's got the biggest truck, the strongest power, and there's one little hill, and they call it Red Ant, a little red ant.
Bull crap. That's not going on footage.
No, what he wants to do, he wants to come back and have a ride. That's what he wants to do. But also take some weight out of it. It is going on footage.
Right.
It is going on footage.
Mate, 200 would smash it up there with that.
Flip to that is I've taken the Fortuner off the caravan and I'm going to use this. So I'm going to make it a challenge. Will it make it? We've got to decide what hitch we're using. We've got 2 hitches. So that looks pretty good. If I use the straight hitch, which is Mummy's hitch, that'll work good. And the other one that drops down worked well on Mummy's car, but that'll be too close to the ground. Cool. Are we watching this springs? How much of the spring's gonna settle? Nothing, it loves it. This could have towed it all the way here. Anyway, you've got to be legal. It actually did go down a little bit. Look at that shackle angle. That's a perfect off-roading shackle angle. Is this jack still on it? No.
Yeah, you just have to wait. What?
Whose is that, Jamie?
Watch out, Millie, I'm gonna run him over. Okay, out of the way, out of the way.
Jamie, out of the way.
Sweet. Now it's like 400 kilos lighter. That thing weighs a ton.
Didn't sound very loud.
So to save me a heap of time, Phil's lent me this made up brake controller. So what it is, it's an old school brake controller, adjustable. This saved me putting the red arc in. Plugs into your cigarette lighter, Then you run your most direct route out to the hitch, and then it forks back off. So it's picking up the brake controller and your caravan plug. How good does that look? With that in the background.
So how are you feeling, Getty?
Yeah, it's heavy weight behind me.
Yeah?
And this isn't even the hard part yet, I don't think.
I had so much fun driving this down.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's so much fun on the hills and the curves.
Did you have these quarter windows open?
No, I didn't have them
they're the
open.
best.
I was trying to get more speed. How are you kids going?
Good, good.
Enjoying this?
Yeah.
Look how overgrown this track is.
Can you go quicker?
That's pretty much second gear low range. That's my rev range.
When's the big hill?
I don't know. Isn't this big enough?
I think so.
No. Just coming down the other side. See ya. All right, he's made it to the flat section, and then it goes up and to the left. Oh, yeah, he made it.
One could say that's quite lucky there's some handles here for me to hold on to, otherwise I'd be falling down in that ditch.
Mum's definitely taken a liking to this car. Alright, no lockers, relying on pure torque.
I'm not driving it up.
Oh, you're not driving it up? Oh,
No.
I thought you were taking a good liking to this car.
No. Bye. I had to walk up, and seriously, it's very steep.
It's in your boots.
My good shoes.
Oh, thanks for filming. It did it easy. This little car, I tell ya.
Don't tell Phil, he did it better than his car.
Oh, what were we going to say? All right, we've got to get around this. That's it, it's so easy. Another hand gear. Showed we don't need lockers. Got up that hill. No, you're touching. Go back. You're gonna have to go back way more, eh? We moved everything back so he could come back another good car length. He's got to go right up that bank. Got to keep going right. So far, so good. Yeah, it's better. You're probably 4 inches better. You're gonna have to keep trying to keep steering right, Phil. No, he can't. He has to a little bit. Yep. Right. Right, keep going a little bit right. So you're worse, you passed it, you can come left a little bit, straighten up, Woo! We'll be right, because we've got a pop top. It's also the sharp hairpin corners you got to deal with, especially towing a caravan. You can't get the vehicle wide enough for the trailer or whatever you're towing to have a lot of room from the edge. So this track that we're taking right now, it's referred to as the high road. So if the river's up, then the 3 or 4, I can't remember exactly, crossings that you have to cross are high. We have on the last trip, we took the caravan through the crossings because the water level was down. So you would only ever use this road with a caravan if you can't get through the crossings. This is probably the worst of all the corners, and on this particular one, Phil alternates his gas bottle from driver's side to passenger side. Depending if he's coming in or leaving. That's how sharp this one is.
Nice drive, mister.
And nice filming, Shell. So the property owners asked us to put max tracks here. Oh yeah, it's only so it doesn't get worse. You're hard on your front diff. Give it go a little bit harder. That's it. Yeah, you're right. Just let the car take you. A little bit left hand down. Well done. Straddle that hole. Good driving, Shell. I don't know how deep the mud is. Just give it a little bit. Go. Oh, the car's performed amazing. I heard there's a Fortuner for sale, and you just bought yourself a $26,000 Hilux. She loves it. What are you laughing at? She loves it. Give it, Sab, give it. Give it. Good girl. Go, give it, give it, give it, give it. Doesn't need to, she just walked it. This black butt cladding that I helped line the hut with, it's aging quite well. I was skeptical. It was very green when we started to nail it on, but it's withstood the elements, and down here they're pretty tough. It can be really hot and really cold, and they've had a lot of floods of late, a lot of rain. So our first priority here was to unhitch the vans, sort of set them up quickly, but then we had to rush off to do the recovery. Not bad, eh? Our own private beach. But no sooner have we set up camp, but we're needed for a rescue. So one of the people on a nearby property sunk his car in the river. Let's see what that's all about. He's called me over to show me who could have lost their van.
That you. Or me.
No, who was the last car? No,
that strap was for the Mack tracks. Look what we did.
So I was the last car over, and I knew I took it quite a bit left, but he reckons I could have lost my van. No, I reckon there was at least a couple inches in it. I do remember, there's my track mark. That's the Maxxis Razor there. You might be right. Look how soft that is. I just put my foot there. Wow.
Once it flags, even the 200 goes over it. Look at it. We have to fill that in.
Yeah, right. That's why we wanted the Max Tracks in there. So we're taking them with us in case we need them for the rescue.
Yep.
Don't tell Shell about this. Let us see it on the video. What's he say?
Yeah, we're on our way.
Oh, he needs us. All right, let's go. Please join us in the next episode where the recovery begins.
Right.
And as always,
Thanks for watching.